Today's thought: what you practice, you become perfect in. Let me start with a nice, easy story. There was once an archer who was extremely good in his archery. For years and years, he had practiced archery and he could do amazing things with his bow and arrow. One day, in one of the villages, he was happily showing off his talent and he did a lot of these tricks. Everyone was clapping, cheering, really excited about his talent. But there was a monk standing right in front who just looked and smiled. The archer noticed that the monk was not plowing and was not excited about his shooting. So, what he did was he tried even tougher and tougher targets. But from the corner of his eye, he would keep looking at the monk to see if the monk was impressed. But sadly, the monk never seemed to be impressed. Finally, irritated, this archer put down his bow, went up to the monk and said, "Reverend Sir, I have shown such amazing talent, but you don't seem to be impressed with my talent. Why?" The monk peacefully smiled and said, "It is all about practice." This made the archer even more angry. He said, "What do you mean practice? It's my talent, it's my skill. I've been blessed, I'm a genius. Why don't you accept this?" The monk said, "It's only practice." Since the archer was not convinced, the monk told him to follow him. The monk took the archer back to the monastery. In the monastery, there was a big jar with a very, very thin, long neck. The opening on top of the jar was also extremely small. The monk took a big spoon with a long handle. He dipped the spoon in oil, brought it on top of this particular jar, and very smoothly poured oil into this thin necked jar. Not a drop of oil was spilled on either side. It was quite an amazing thing to do. Holding such a long spoon and pouring oil down such a thin neck seemed close to impossible, but the monk did it with complete ease. He then told the archer, "Would you like to try?" The archer said, "Of course I would not be able to do this. But you can do it because it's your practice. You've been practicing it, so you can do it." The monk smiled and said, "Exactly. What you practice, you become good at. This is what I told you." What do we learn from this story? Why did I want to share this particular story with you? Look at it deeply. Whatever you practice daily, you become perfect at. If you worry, take tension, take stresses, live in illusions, always thinking about the future and the past, you become extremely good at it. Yeah? If you learn to be calm, relaxed, take things as they come, live in the present moment, you become perfect at that. So whatever you would practice, you would become perfect at. If you practice selfishness, cheating people, of course you will be perfect at it, no? But if you practice selflessness, doing good for others, you will become perfect at that. So simple, not very complicated at all. What do we do all our life? We have certain patterns which we follow over and over again. And with time, these patterns become our continuous behavior. So the message for today is: try to break your old patterns. Try to do something new. If I have a problem and if I keep cribbing about it, backbiting about it, discussing and talking with people about it, do you think the problem will go away? No, it will not. But today, I decide I will not follow the old pattern. Instead, I will see how best I can deal with this issue and free myself from this issue. Believe me, the issue would be gone forever. Yeah, meaning what you will practice, you will become perfect at. So change your old patterns, pick up new patterns, practice them till they become your basic nature.